Hello world, I want to tell you about my dream where I went to hell and then what I believe to be as heaven. So I know a lot of people, what's crazy, that have these dreams or visions, usually they don't believe in God, and this is what led them to, believe in God. I was absolutely fascinated and these people, and I 100% wholeheartedly believe people when they have these dreams, visions, or they died and they've been to heaven or hell. So about a year ago, I was like, God, I want to know what hell is like, what it feels like, just out of like curiosity. So I thought this would never come. I thought this would never happen, just pre-briefing you, but it did, and it was just at the most unexpected time, true to God's nature. So I had woke up a little bit early for church this past Sunday, and I was like, oh, I'll go back to sleep. I have plenty of time. I went back to sleep and I fell into this deep sleep, and I was completely late for church, but it's okay because I had this amazing dream. So it started off, I was in this world, like this really, really dark world. It looked just like Earth, actually, but everything was dark. It was like you're in a house with no windows, kind of dark. Everything was just very hard to see. It's almost like you had to feel to get your directions. And I don't know how to explain. If you've ever seen the movie Silent Hill, that's kind of what it was like, like you were in just a different dimension almost, and everything was dark and grim. Well, there was these people there, and they just hated me, and I just knew I was without hope. I don't know how to explain it. I just knew that I couldn't be saved. I wasn't even thinking about praying, and remind you, I am a Christian, so the first thing I should have done was pray, but I couldn't even think about that. I just knew that there was no way to get out of it. I knew this was like life. So I started running, and I was scared, and I was really, really scared. And so I was running, and these people were following me, and they were a different kind of evil. It's not like what you would see like a serial killer. It's so different. It's like you just knew they were going to get you, and these people don't talk, but I could like read their minds almost. I knew what they were thinking, and what they were thinking was they had to kill me. So I found this baby, this really, really tiny baby, and it was swaddled like really heavily. So I was carrying the baby just like this, and I was running. I was like, what is this baby doing here? I don't know how, but I gotta save this baby. And so I meet a girl, and she looks just like me, but the version of me, she looked like a junkie. I don't know how to explain it. Just like an off-brand version of me. Really, really terrible looking. But for some reason, she felt so familiar, like I almost trusted her. I did trust her. I followed her. So she took me into this like old, dark, creepy school, and everything. The school was so creepy because it looked like just one day all the kids left and everything was still there, and so dark and so grim. Like it's nighttime all the time. Well, I can feel that those people, things, whatever they were, their presence was gone. And we're just stuck in this dark room. And I was trying to like devise a plot, but I couldn't because I knew it was hopeless. Like I literally just knew that I would not be able to come up with anything because it was just impossible. And like you just can sense it, you can feel it. So me and this girl didn't speak at all, and so I'm holding the baby like this, and I went to look like around because I'm just like taking the environment in. I can't even think about Earth, by the way. I can't even think about Earth. I don't remember Earth. I don't remember anything other than the dread and the misery and the hopelessness that I feel and how dark and creepy it is. I know it's not right, but everything feels wrong. Everything just doesn't feel right. Anyways, so I'm holding the baby, and I go to look like this, and sorry, my dog. And I go to look like this, and I turn like out of my peripherals. I see her with this giant crooked looking dagger, and she stabs the baby, and she tries to stab me too, but it wouldn't work. Like it wouldn't go through me. So I just like let the baby down, and I start running, and I see these lockers, and I climb up on top of the lockers, and there's so many of these being peoples, and I can feel them. They just want to devour me. They want to kill me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to get out of this. And like, this is it. And then I was wondering, I'm like, wait a minute, why can't they feel me or see me? Because the difference in these people is they can feel you. They can like sense you. And I guess they could sense like I was a Christian or I was new, or I don't know what they could sense, but because I definitely didn't feel very Christian like down there, because I couldn't even like remember God. Like I didn't even know it was possible to pray and get help. Anyways, so I'm on top of the lockers, and I'm crouched down like this, and I look down, and next thing you know, I'm on like this gravel rock. Like it looks like, those parking lots that are made of gravel rock, but it's like really white, and like all the rocks are perfectly round. And I start looking around, and all you can see is this gravel rock as far as you can see. And then all of a sudden I see this cop car. And I go and I start walking to the cop car because, once again, it feels familiar, but in a better way. And we don't speak. We can just, like, feel what each other want. So, like, the whole car ride, we don't speak. And, sorry, my dog keeps running up and bothering me. So, we don't speak this whole car trip, and we start going, like, I know it's kind of far, but it doesn't take that long to get there. Does that make sense? I know we go far away, but it doesn't take very long to get there at all. And we pull up to this beautiful house. It's so beautiful. And I'm like, this is your house? Oh my gosh. And we go inside, and it's like marble and pearls and gold, like gorgeous. But there's not a lot of meticulous stuff. You don't see like, you know what I'm talking about. There's like the basic furniture, and it's beautiful, but there's not a bunch of unnecessary things that we fill our houses with now. So I'm starting to feel like this peace and this comfort, but there's this little part inside of me that doesn't want to completely trust her. Oh, and by the way, she looks like me as well. How crazy is that? And so I don't really want to trust her because of what happened with the other girl that I was supposed to trust. But I want to, like, I'm yearning to, like, I'm desiring, I have this crazy desire to just want to be there forever. Like, I just never wanted to leave this house. It was just so beautiful and amazing, but I had this feeling that I had to go. Like, I could sense that she was telling me, okay, it's time to leave. And I'm like thinking, why do we have to leave? Why? What's the point? So we get back in her cop car and we drive, and I know at this point, okay, I'm on Earth. Yeah, I'm on Earth. That's where I'm at. And so I'm starting to remember Earth, and I'm starting to, like, think about God and stuff. And she pulls up and tells me to go, like, doesn't speak, but tells me to go over there. And she points at this obstacle course. It looks like a military obstacle course. There's monkey bars. There's the tires. There's all this stuff. So I go over to the obstacle course, and I just know that I have to start doing it. But I'm so scared for her to leave because I really want to go back with her. So I'm on the obstacle course, and there's this like white mat, and I can see her. Like, she's just right over there. I can see her. She's right on the other side of the obstacle course. And then I don't know what's on the back side. I'm not even focused on that. So I'm doing the monkey bars, and I'm trying to get back, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to run back over to her because I don't want her to leave. And the guards, like, there's these guards, and they're like, no, you're not finished. You have to finish this obstacle course before you can go over there. And I'm like, but it's only like this much. There's only like this much of the obstacle course. How can I not get over there? And so I'm like, I don't want her to leave. But I know this, like, this all-knowing that she's not going to leave. She's literally sitting in the cop car watching me, like, finish the obstacle course. Like, an angel. I don't know how to explain how life-changing this dream is, but the best part of it, you know, when you like start to doubt yourself, like God tells you something and you're doubting yourself. I'm like, is this really a dream from God? Did I really go to hell? Did I really experience a heaven-like place? And because, you know, a lot of people see like Jesus in dreams, but you never actually see his face because it's too holy. And so, anyways, I'm doubting myself, and I get a note as I'm doubting myself. This is the next day. I get a notification on my phone for the Bible verse of the day. And you know what my Bible verse of the day was? Jesus, our God, pulls you from your destruction and sets you on solid rock. The rock gravel, of course, that was it. Oh, that's my son now too. But I've just really enjoyed telling you this dream and this story, and thank y'all so much. God bless y'all.